Most people lose money on BTC because they chase candles. I didn't. In this video, I'm screen recording the exact setup, entry, and exit that paid me on this move right here. No face, no fluff. If you stay till the end, you'll see the one rule that made me a lot of money on BTC. Hello guys, my name is Emmanuel Bin Kano and I'm a professional forex trader. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exact setup that paid me a lot of money. Without further ado, let's jump into the charts. As you can see here, what I have here with me is the BTCUSD. BTCUSD made me a lot of money. So I want to show you guys on my entries. Guys, as you can see here, I'm in a weekly time frame. So first of all, before I do anything on the chart, I go over to the higher time frame, go over to the monthly time frame to know the overall flow of the river, the weekly time frame for chart patterns, the daily time frame for immediate trend that can like that is where I find my entries. Then on a 4-hour time frame, that's where I execute. Or sometimes I view the market from the weekly, from the weekly, daily, 4-hour and 1 hour. I execute on 1 hour sometimes and sometimes 4 hours. So in this video, I'm going to show you exact. What we have here is double top right here. This double top. And as we all know in the market, double top is a bearish signal. It's trying to tell us that the market is tired of moving upward. Now it's trying to it's like the buyers are becoming weak in the market. So the sellers are going to take over. That's the meaning of this double top. So I saw this double top and I saw this candle, saw this other candle, saw this buyers were trying to prove stubborn. I saw this again. So I had an entry here. Now let me show you why I entered. If you go over to the daily time frame, let's go back to the daily time frame. Let me show you why I entered. Now, as you can see here on the daily time frame, there's a small resistance here. The market was trading above it, break below, broke below, went above again, came back down, still broke below. That's to show you that this level here there's something here. There's something in this level. There's something in this level. So because of that, I paid attention to the level, and fortunately, I saw this move up right here. I saw this rejection. It came above and tested this level and gave me, as you can see, the candle here. The candle moving forward is losing momentum. Like the buyers are losing strength. So that's the reason I entered. I hopped onto the 4-hour time frame. That's where I entered. Let's be done with this daily first before I move over to the 4-hour and show you how I entered. Now on this next one, like almost the same thing here happened here. Markets came, consolidated, went above this consolidation, came back below and closed with a bearish engulfing daily candle. Bearish engulfing daily candle. And I didn't just enter, because if I enter here, my risk will be too much. So I had to wait for it to pull back a little. That's when I entered on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So I'll show you how I entered. Guys, pay attention. Don't skip anything. So you know what happened. Okay, so this is it. This is the reason I entered here on a 4-hour time frame. As you can see, this is a candlestick pattern, an evening star pattern. I entered here for a sell. Move this. You can see it's 1:5. I made a killing on this. I banked a lot of profit here. The market. I thought I closed my trade. I was supposed to bank profit, most of us were breaking. If I had done that, maybe I would have wrote this market to the downside. Like I would have made a killing on this move, but I was skeptical. Maybe I thought it will come above and take me out or something, so I just closed my trade. So on the next one, after that daily close here, this pullback, and enter and sorry, it retested my resistance level. It was, yeah, it retested this level. Enter for a tail here. I saw another pattern here forming. As you can see, this is another. Guys, let me delete this. Sorry. This is another candlestick pattern. This is another evening star. Whether you like it or not, it's an evening star. That's why I entered here. So I had two entry opportunities in this setup here. After that daily candle confirmed to me with a bearish engulfing, I hopped onto the 4 hours and saw these entries. So I entered. So that's how I entered the second one. And the market was going down. I kept banking profit, moving my stop loss to break even. As you can see, this one is to 6. This one is to 6. Almost one is to 9. I made a killing on this move. So guys, I don't want to bore you guys with this video, because if I show you exact everything, this video might take hours. So if you really want to learn more, if you really want to know more on how to extract profit from the market, just let me know in the comment section. I'll reach out to you. So I'll know how to guide you on the forex market. Okay, it's not that complex. So I had another entry here. Let me show you how I got this entry from the weekly time frame. This entry, I got it from the weekly time frame. Let's go back to the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame. Now, this is how I got the entry. Very clean entry. I was very patient enough to wait for all this week. See, I got a lot of pips here. I got a lot of money here, so I was patient enough because of the profit I made. So that was the reason I waited. I had the patience to wait. But even if I did not make any profit, that doesn't mean I should not wait, because if I don't wait, I'll pay the price, which is losses. That's one price of the financial market. If you misbehave, you pay it with your sweats, with your hard-earned money. Imagine you saving for like funding your account with your lifetime saving, and because of indiscipline or being impatient, you lose it all. So that's nothing to think of. Self, you're not supposed to think about itself. More of doing it. So on this entry, I saw this candlestick. You see, as you can see, I plotted my levels clearly. I can't redo it because I don't want to make the video too long. So if you want to know how to plot your key levels, we call it key levels. If you want to know how to plot your key levels, just let me know in the comment section. I'll reach out to you. So I had this consolidation on a weekly. I waited patiently. Actually, I was making money in other pairs. I was making money in Euro, USD, and other pairs. So I saw this rejection on this level. I was like, there's something about this. Saw this rejection. Mind you, this is a weekly time frame. I saw this rejection. Immediately I saw this rejection. I was like, okay, I think this consolidation is over. Before you know, I saw this bearish engulfing, like engulfed all this, like it engulfed the whole consolidation. This is crazy, bro. Crazy. So what did I do? After this confirmation, I went over to the daily time frame. Network. Load. I went over to the daily time frame. Now, after the weekly time frame, I confirmed bearish engulfing. So on the daily time frame, I will still look for a sell candlestick pattern, a selling candlestick pattern. I'm not buying, mind you, I'm not buying. I'm only selling because the market is moving down. The weekly told me we are going down. So since the weekly say we are going down, if I'm going to the daily time frame, I will only look for selling setups. So as I got to the daily time frame. Now here we are, a daily time frame. This is the candle. This is where the candle stopped. The weekly candle where it stopped. So as you can see, there was a line here, like there was a level, little level here. So I wrote my trend line, waiting for a pullback. So the market pulled back and formed this candlestick pattern. This is it gravestone doji? Yeah, I think so. Gravestone doji. Yeah. I drew my counter trend line. I waited for the market to break my counter trend line so that I enter for a sell. So the market broke my counter trend line on a 4-hour time frame. Immediately broke. I entered for a sell. The market took me down here. I banked profit. I have a rule of engagement in this market. When the market gets to a 100% retracement, this is the 100% retracement. I have to bank profit, move my stop loss to break even, because the market can stop at the 100% retracement and move up. Get the point? So the market got here, I banked some profit and moved my stop loss to break even. So the market went back up and took me out on break even after banking some profit. Took me out on break even. So as it took me out on break even, it came and formed another gravestone dodge. Sorry guys, let me delete this. Came and formed another gravestone dodge. I ruled another line to waited for a break on a 4-hour time frame. Break of this counter trend line on a 4-hour time frame. So it broke it and I entered for another sell. Rode the markets to the downside. Now let me show you how I entered on a 4-hour time frame. So like I said, as the weekly said, bearish, we look for bearish on a daily. So on a daily, we got a bearish signal. So before we enter on a 4-hour, we also wait for a bearish candle too. So as you can see, this is the reason I entered here. 4-hour candle broke this counter trend line. 4-hour candle broke it. I entered for a sell. Bank profit here. It came and took me out. After that driftstone dodgy on a daily, it broke the counter trend line. I entered. Look at where I entered here. I entered, rode this market to the downside. After banking small profit here and it took me out on break even, I entered another one. As you can see, this gave me about 1:7. 1:7 risks to reward. This is crazy. I kept moving my stop loss to break even. When it got here, I moved my stop loss to break even. When it passed this place, I moved my stop loss to here. Passed here, I moved my stop loss to here. That's how I kept doing. We got here. I think it was more than this. Okay. The market stopped me out here because it got somewhere here. The market got somewhere here. I moved my stop loss to here. And the market got here. I moved my stop loss to this point. Yeah, I think that's the reason I stopped this selling tool right here. The market took me out at this point. So I made 1:7 return. Like 1:7 risks to reward. Isn't that amazing? It's crazy, bro. So that's how I banked this profit, man. So let's move over to the next one. Guy, this one is crazy. This one make me a lot of peace, bro. 1:11, 1:13, guy. Let me show you how I entered this trade. Let me show you guys and how I entered this trade. I think it came from the weekly. See, there are sometimes I make the daily time frame my highest time frame. I'll scale from the daily to 4-hour, then execute on 1 hour. Sometimes I make my weekly the highest time frame. Scale from daily, scale from weekly to the daily, then execute on 4-hour. That's how I do it. So it depends on how the market is. If you want to know more about that, just let me know in the comment section, okay? Yeah, exactly. So this is how I entered this trade. Exact same thing that happened over here. Exact same pattern. Here, okay, here was bearish engulfing. Now, here's still bearish engulfing. Crazy. I saw this bearish engulfing on a weekly. I was like, oh, we are going downward. We are going downward. And I think this is a Fibonacci play. Crazy. On the Fibonacci. This 0.5 is called a golden rule. A rule that's like a level that the market respects so much. And this level now aligned with a resistance. See, we had a lot of confluence. Fibonacci 1, the resistance 2, the candlestick pattern 3, and it's happening on a weekly. That's crazy. So we had three confluences there. And another confluence is the market is moving downward. Crazy. 4. So the course is really in our favor. Really, really in our favor. So as I saw this, I moved over to the daily time frame. Like I said, since we are looking for sell opportunities, sorry, since the market is going down, we are only looking for selling opportunities. And the weekly told us sell. So we cannot be looking for buy opportunity on the lower time frame. No, we only look for sell opportunities. So I move over to the daily time frame and I saw this pull up. Now, usually you don't enter a trade around this region, around the support region. It's very risky, but based on experience, I found out that there are some trades that even fall below this region. That's why I saw it. I had this entry, and I was so confident on my weekly time frame candle. That's the reason I entered this trade. Actually, this is supposed to be somewhere around here. Yeah, but I placed it here because of this guy, this risky guy. I'm supposed to use thin, a thin tool here. Exactly. This is what I was supposed to use. How do they call this tool? Horizontal ray. Crazy. So after that weekly setup, I saw this pullback on this level. I ruled my counter trend line. Exact what happened over here is the same thing that is happening over here. I entered the first time. It came, I banked my profit, moved stop loss to break even, came above and took me out on break even after banking profits. So, and gave me another entry, gave me a pin bar. I drew my counter trend line and waited for the market to break my counter trend line. So the market broke my counter trend line on a 4 hour. I entered. As you can see, 1 is to 11. Crazy. The market got around here. I moved my stop loss to break even. Now I still saw another entry. Market pulled back a little to this region, tested this region. I drew my counter trend line and the market broke it on a 4 hour time frame. I entered. I kept moving my stop loss past break even. Here is 1 is to 13. Isn't that crazy? Let me show you guys on how I entered on a 4 hour. Guys, pay attention. Don't forward this video so you get everything I'm talking about. Now, here is it. Here's the first one I entered. I entered and the market got here. I moved my stop loss to break even, so it took me out. It took me out on break even after banking some profit. So I ruled another counter trend and I entered here. So when the market got here, I moved my stop loss past break even. As you can see, the market did not take me out on break even. So this trade was valid till this region. It was valid till it got here. So I was still on this trade. So now I saw another entry here. This is how I entered here. Let me show you guys. This is the third entry. Now, the reason I entered this on a 4 hour time frame, I saw a pin bar rejecting off of this region. So that signifies a sell. That signifies that we are going southward. So that was the reason I entered this trade. That's the reason I entered this trade. As you can see, 1 is to 13. This is crazy. 1 is to 13 risk to reward, which means if I didn't bank profit on this trade, if I didn't bank profit on this trade, and I risk, because I do risk 3% of my account, so I I literally make I actually made about um 39% return on investment on this single trade. 1 is to 10 is 30%. Yeah, 39% return on investment on this single trade. So on only BTC, I made a lot of money from my investors. Like I made only BTC this year. I made over 120% return on investment. Only BTC doubled my account, and I still made a lot of money on other pairs too. But only BTC, yeah, 120% return on investment. After the last time I checked my portfolio, 120% return on investment on only BTC. Isn't that crazy? So recently, these are about last week or so, I got this entry here, got this entry. That's 3 entries. So let me show you guys on how I entered this. Let's go over to daily. I didn't really focus on the weekly on these entries. I really focused on the daily. But the weekly gave me something though. Because this was a support. So the market this weekly kind of broke the support and we tested it. So I didn't really focus on the candle after the retest. This break below the support is enough for me. So I went over to the daily time frame. As I went to the daily time frame, I looked for only a sell opportunity. Like I told you guys, we only look for sell opportunity in a bearish market. Even the weekly, even the weekly, even the weekly told us, like confirmed to us that we are going south. So we only look for south, like bearish opportunities. Because if you are going to buy, you are risking your capital. So this market, I call this pattern the falling knife. To me, I don't know how other people see their falling knife. This falling knife to me, it consolidated, broke above the resistance, which then became a support, then broke below it again, and it's now a resistance. So it came and retested it, even went up, gave us stop loss run. This is what we call stop loss run. Came and without all the stop losses, all the dumb money traders, like my mentor used to call them. Then came back below this resistance and closed. Guy, this is crazy. Only this ever can just enter my trade here without confirming anything. Just enter my trade, move with my stop loss somewhere around you. But as a conservative trader, I waited for the right thing. So after this, on a weekly, I now move over to the 4 hour time frame to look for more sell opportunities. Now on the 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, I saw this candle, this pin bar on the 4 hour time frame, which signifies that we are still going south. But it was above this resistance. So I was skeptical because it might get here and move above and take me out. So I waited for it to come below here and give me another entry on a 1 hour. So let's go over to the 1 hour time frame. Now the 1 hour time frame will give us more precise entry. So now on the 1 hour time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, I saw this pullback and this. Let me show you guys. Exactly, I saw this pullback, retesting this resistance, and giving me a bearish candle. After this hanging man, a hanging man, you might call this a pin bar, but on a resistance, it is called a hanging man. It signifies sell too. It signifies sell too. So I now saw this bearish confirming this hanging man, this bearish candle confirming this hanging man and breaking below our counter trend line. So I enter for a sell here. My stop loss above, sell opportunity. You can see the market went down. I did the same thing. The market came here. I was so lucky enough because this market would have taken me out, because normally if I had entered here, my stop loss would be here, and see, this would have taken me out. But I got so lucky that I made the market around here. So I entered for a sell, and this trade is still open, was still open. Move my stop loss past break even. This one came again. I entered with my stop loss past break even. I kept banking profits. So the markets came over here again. I saw this pin bar on a 1 hour. I entered again for a sell. So I entered again for a sell, and when the market got here, I moved my stop loss past break even. I banked profits. Now every trade I place, if the market gets to 1:1 risk to reward, I'll move my stop loss to break even. And when it gets to 1:2 risk to reward, that's when I bank profit. So as you can see here, it moves to 1:2 risk to reward already, or more than that, safe. So I banked some profit, moved my stop loss to break even. So the market got here and took me out on break even. Not lot, so I made some pips, sorry, some basis points on this move. So on BTC alone, I made about 120% return on investment. So guys, this is how I banked a lot of profit on the BTCUSD. So guys, that's it. Yeah, that's how I made a lot of money on BTCUSD. So guys, if you found this video very helpful, please do well to like. Tell me what you think about this analysis, this setup. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. Share this video so you save people from blowing their accounts. And if you really want to know more about the forex market, want to know how to analyze like I do, let me know in the comment section. I will reach out to you. Actually, I'm having a class soon. We're having a class by next month, or I'll still update you guys when it starts. So I want all of you watching this, I want you to be a part of the community. So please do well to subscribe. Once again, I love you guys. My name is Emmanuel Binkano. Catch you guys in my subsequent video.